You just want me to play the song and
Play the song,
you'll lead us in?
the show, and then throw it to everyone. You're the host, so you
All right.
intro it.
We're both hosts.
No, yeah, but you're like the host.
Okay,
I'm the
fair
tangent guy.
Okay.
We have this talk every week.
Ew, you hired him as the
All
tangent
right.
guy?
Welcome, everyone, to another episode of 20-Year-Old Movie. I'm Matt Anderson, joined by Joel Wachowski.
Hello, iTunes. It is me, the joke man, Joel Wachowski. We are joined this week, straight out of Daytona, Florida. Jake Marshallhead. How we doing?
Thanks.
Hey, welcome aboard.
Thanks for having me.
And this week we ended up watching the very funny BASEketball.
Hey, happy 20th birthday, BASEketball. It's St. Patrick's Day here in New York City.
Right.
We're three non-drinkers hanging out, watching an old slapstick comedy.
Right.
Then going to the playground
Yes.
and starting the gentrification war of 2018.
That's it. I'd side with them.
Yeah, of course. You
Them,
got
that's problematic,
Oh.
Jake.
Huh?
That you said you side with them.
So we watched
Them.
BASEketball
I
this
side
week.
with them. I stand by what I said. I side with them.
Let's give the audience a little backstory.
Sure.
We watched BASEketball over on my couch. I bought pizza for the boys that they did not like.
No, you did not buy pizza. You had
Is
a coupon.
Domino's considered pizza at this point?
Domino's is considered good pizza. It's hot, it's soft, it's always the
Having-
same. It's
It's
so
wet.
comfortable.
You got a salami pizza?
I gotta stop you.
Ugh.
Having a coupon is not buying pizza for
No,
people.
I used a coupon, then I bought
used a
another
coupon.
pizza. I could have used that coupon for myself, and I would have enjoyed a whole pizza. And then I buy pizza. I buy pizza for these two guys, two like objectively nice people, but I do a gesture for them, and then they shit all over
Who
it.
picked up the pizza?
Dude,
Jake picked up the pizza.
I'm going to be
Yeah.
shitting all over later. You gave me coffee and pizza, 2 diuretics.
Yikes.
Ugh.
Is pizza direct? Because there's a lot of cheese, and cheese traditionally binds you up, akin to a banana.
Somehow not Domino's. It defies science. It's garbage food.
All right, so a little bit of context. We're in the park.
Okay, first of all, these guys.
Yeah, you're
We're playing
combining-
BASEketball.
Okay,
You're combining
Let's
like
go back a
7
little
stories.
further. Let's go
Okay.
back a little further. I love Domino's pizza. Jake, you know this about me, right?
I do, yeah, because I'm a Pizza Hut guy.
And Domino's was founded by my second cousin, Tom Monahan. He went crazy and he sold all the Domino's and the Detroit Tigers to start a Catholic university, then moved that Catholic university to Florida. And so I tried ordering Domino's and I'm blocked.
Yep.
I can't call, I can't tweet, I can't email.
What
I
did
called
it
the
say?
corporation. It said this Domino's
Leave us
is
alone, Joel. We can't talk anymore.
It says,
you know why.
it says this Domino's
You
is
know what you did.
It says this Domino's is no longer available in your area, and I text a friend of the show, Eli Sayers. He says, "Yeah, the Domino's open." And then I call the Domino's corporation, and they say,
Wait, well, how did Eli know it was open?
He lives just a half block away.
Wait, he went and checked for you?
he walks by every day.
Oh my god.
I like the idea of him being inside
Yeah.
and being like,
Let me
yeah,
go
sure
check-
thing, Joel.
Let me go check, Joel.
I'll run down the street for you, Joe.
He's a good friend. So I get these guys Domino's, and I've been on a little diet because I'm a sloppy.
You know, a Domino's diet?
No, I've been a sloppy bitch from
sounds
laying
like this
around
is a
with knee
cheat day.
surgery,
Yeah.
and then
Will you,
You
call
know-
yourself a sloppy bitch more often?
No, if I am a sloppy bitch, I will call myself a sloppy bitch. Up until this past Wednesday, I was a sloppy bitch, and I started getting my life together, eating smoothies, getting back to the gym, and now my knee hurts so bad I had to cancel plans tonight.
Oof.
What were you going to do tonight?
I was gonna go do some St. Patrick's Day shit.
Oh, okay.
Non-drinking shit?
Yeah, wait, what do you do as St. Patrick's Day shit?
You eat about 5 pounds of corned beef.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Can I just give Tilly my mic?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, lead us into this.
Oh, okay, so the dog's starting trouble. So we go to the park and we play basketball.
No.
We play BASEketball. We
Thank
want to
you.
try out the rules, 3 out innings,
Mm-hmm.
shooting for a single, double, triple,
Yep.
etc.
Mm-hmm.
And then, someone's playing on other baskets. It's a nice day here in New York City. It's always nice on St. Pat's.
Yeah.
And someone says, "Excuse me."
Wait, before we get there, dirt bike at the park?
Let me go.
Yeah, how are you going to brush over the dirt bike? at the
Okay,
park?
someone is riding a motorcycle.
No, a dirt bike.
A
Very
dirt-
different.
Someone is riding a dirt bike around in a circle of the
Yeah.
park, and someone says to me, "Excuse me, your dog is pissing." And I had no response. I said, "Yeah, of course. That's what a dog does."
Yeah, but Tilly was running loose at a park.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
And to be in New York, a lot of the parks are just concrete parks. It's just a fenced-in piece of concrete. There's no grass here, folks.
Right.
So a dog was just running around like essentially a track, and it pissed. And then someone said, "Excuse me, your dog pissed." And then Joel responded with some sass.
No, I said, yeah, of course. Like I
As
let her
I
off
said,
leash.
some sass.
I let her off leash so she could piss. Like
Yeah, you
by
were like
design,
really nice at first. You were like, "Yeah, I'm just trying to let her run around."
Yeah, it's like, yeah, of course.
Yeah, duh.
She's here to piss. This
Yeah.
is her bathroom. You're playing basketball in my dog's toilet. I go to that park every night. I shoot baskets.
Yeah,
and
I'm shaking my damn head right
No,
now.
the dog pisses there. I piss there. Like, I feel like that's kind of my spot.
Yeah.
You can't claim a public park. Are you a dog?
No, you can
can't
claim it. That's why you piss on the ground.
That's what I'm saying. You don't.
Okay, so what
Jesus.
happened next?
What happened? So I got in an argument with this lady about whether or not a dog could piss in a public park.
Y'all should have shot for it.
Yeah,
Oh, we didn't.
meanwhile, someone is riding a dirt bike around, yet the dog pissing is the biggest issue going on.
Right.
We are in a Kentucky infield, and, the dog is the biggest problem at hand.
Yep.
And then she said, I just got to the neighborhood.
No, you just moved here.
And then I pointed out that I've lived here for 7 years. And then I corrected her on her use of facetiousness. And that was the end of the
Yeah,
conversation.
she did use
That was
facetious.
funny.
You
She
can't
did
come
use-
here with your facetious attitude.
Yeah, she did use
It's like
facetious
that's not how you
incorrectly.
use that word.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're going to get in my face, you better have some correct usage or I'm going to go in on you.
Right. We were at the playground. so-
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about. Well, she is saying at that park right now. She's like, I bet those white boys going to go home and podcast about this, and she'd be so right. But who won the game of basketball? I think people want to know
Jake
that.
won the game. Jake
Oh,
Jake was a heavy
yes.
favorite to win that
Oh,
basketball
wow.
tournament. I think Jake was my.
In a real, if you could say it, in a real pitcher's duel.
Yeah.
I got one psych out.
one
Matt
to
got one
nothing.
psych out.
1-0.
If you guys are unfamiliar with basketball, it's a movie where Trey Parker and Matt Stone, the South Park guys, they're these losers, and they invent this game in their driveway, basketball. It's a combination of basketball, baseball, and roast battle, and it becomes like a sensation where like it's the new major sport, and like part of the sport is you get to psych people out after shots. Shots are like singles, baseball rules. So we went to play that at the park, and like what
My psych out was being nice, by the way.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. I missed.
Yeah, probably the thing I was most excited about was to see Matt do like psych outs.
Yeah, and I just didn't think about anything. So it was just very much not being able to talk, just out watching somebody
Well,
shoot.
What were some of
Joe-
your good psych outs, Matt?
I would just like say your name and start thinking, and then you guys shot.
Yeah, you don't
like
have much
Jake.
time. And then I just
Fuck.
yeah. Which I think Joel had the only notable psych out.
Yeah, I said that Matt's military service made the New York comedy scene respect him less.
And then he airballed it.
Yeah, I'm still claiming the wind did it, but I don't want to
Yeah.
take too much away
It was
from you.
kind of windy today.
Yeah, well, I also control the weather with my prayers.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm sorry we didn't back you up out there. We kind of let Joel fend for himself,
I
because
agreed with them. I've always thought it's weird he picked Tilly off leash.
yeah,
It says don't do that on
You
all
know,
the signs.
I care more about Tilly having a great life than the neighborhood having a nice dog piss free place to play. If you're gonna
I love that Joel never considers that he comes off sounding like a villain. Like he sounds like a complete villain, and then just completely goes through making his point where he's like wrong. He's wrong, and he just keeps being wrong. And as long as he's steadfastly wrong, he sees no point in it.
I stand behind it 100%. Like
I could see both aspects of it.
Yeah.
I mean, she was like clearly Tilly was done pissing, so
yeah, like the dog's already pissed. What do you want me to do? Like I clearly think that woman just wanted to get me to take off my shirt and mop up the piss with it. Like she's scheming to sexually harass me, and I just wasn't going to stand for it.
Was the case
I think it's
at
the
all.
most likely scenario.
Okay. All right. Agree to disagree.
How can I trick this yokel into showing me his abdominal ridges?
Oh boy.
But so anyway, I guess
Okay, so
straight onto the movie.
So
huh?
in addition to losing 2 friends today, we also watched a movie.
Yeah. I got a lot of issues. Well, I guess we should start from the beginning of basketball. So the 2 losers found the game in their driveway. It catches on. But I'm fundamentally opposed to the comments they're trying to make as like a satire that like professional athletes are clowns and are only in it for the money. And it's like, what else would you want them to be in it for?
Yeah.
The whole tone of the movie is like, and the basketball players don't have to move around. They can't even make money. It's like, that's horrible. This thing you're saying, this commentary you're making is awful.
Yeah, but how else were you? I get the commentary was awful, but how else were you going to set it up a universe where basketball was like the most important sport?
You make it where the fans are really dedicated, and you make the guys like really cool.
They were really cool.
No, they
No,
never
cooler.
acknowledge the fans. They never do anything. You can just make it like, oh, and these small communities started to give a shit because they had a team that would cave a shit back. They could easily have made it something like that. Instead, they make it this rigid structure where only like these weird people can play.
Did
it.
like some famous like Colorado player leave or something? Maybe that was on the tail end of that. Because like,
Could be.
This was made like right during the advent of free agency. It was made like
No, it was not.
yeah, it was. It was made in 1998.
basketball or
free
baseball
agency?
free agency? What are you?
No, like free
Reggie
agent.
Jackson was the first free agent.
No, but basketball free agency was kind of out of control. NFL free agency just started in like 1992. And like franchises were starting to relocate for the first time since the 70s. So like the sports landscape wasn't perfect, as it never is. But I think it was a reflection of the times, especially when I think about like 1998 basketball. Like that's when players were coming to the league, they're getting a fat contract immediately, and there's like a generation of ruined NBA talent that like coincides with the release of this movie. So I think like knocking it for like,
All right, well, it doesn't hold up.
Yeah.
The stance they took was archaic and
Yeah,
looks
but
really dumb.
that's
on
like
film.
that's like watching. This
is a comedy.
It's
though,
a
right?
it's a movie made by the Zucker brothers, and that's like be like, yeah, airplane. I don't
holds up,
believe that's
though.
how the aviation industry operates. Like an autopilot would not be inflatable. Like this movie is.
That's what
whose second language is jive?
Yeah, that was
lady
funny.
at the park for one.
Jake was like nitpicking. He's like, wait a second. What are all these bench players doing?
Yeah, they have bench players, but then there's only 3 people in the
But I thi-
rotation.
I
and then
think
the
they
bench
only did
players
that-
never play, and they don't even have any lines in the movie. There's like an Asian guy, like a really stereotypical 90s looking guy, and then like
Okay, what's a stereotypical
1998 movies?
90s looking guy. It
looking
looked
guy.
like he could have been one of the members from Real Big Fish. He just had like short, like not short, but like mid-cut dark
He was
hair,
holding a trombone.
and then he was shaved. Like he had like freshly shaved. Like he looked like a guy from like Sum 41 or some shit. Like gelled, like not short but not long hair.
You were nitpicking something else too. I forget what it was though.
About what?
The movie. There was like
yeah, you were
like
saying
an
like people were
inaccuracy.
too fat. He was talking about how like he was
Huh?
analyzing the player's shots.
No, I
and
just
like,
thought it was. Oh yeah, everyone's shot is garbage.
yeah, Jake analyzes everyone's shot. Like we couldn't
Garbage.
tell who the gender of the person who I was fighting with at the park. So Jake analyzed their shot and said
She
it was
is
a
definitely
woman.
a woman. This is not sexist. A lot of female basketball players shoot from the chest. It's just a fundamental
I
thing.
believe it's a shoot from the titty.
See, that would make it sexist if I said shoot from the titty. A lot of because what happens is when you're growing up, you that's just like how you learn to shoot, and you never unlearn it.
Right.
So like
because the ball's heavy and
yeah,
the hoop
you
is
can't-
high.
Yeah, exactly. So they never unlearn it. And there's plenty of WNBA players who shoot above their head. Plenty.
How many WNBA players can you name?
Not a lot. Only the ones where we went to that one game. I remember Carolyn Swords. I remember Sugar Rogers.
How many WNBA teams can you name?
Teams?
Yeah.
New York Liberty.
The New York Liberty. The
Minnesota Lynx.
Minnesota Lynx. That's correct.
The Indiana Fever.
Oh yeah, it's the Fever. I couldn't remember the Fever.
It's weird. That's a WNBA team and the cause of death for my cousin.
Oh.
That's how I always remembered that my cousin died.
I'm allergic to ladies basketball. They keep shooting from the titty.
Yeah, I don't know. I could tell that was a woman just by the way she was putting up.
Yeah,
she had a good shot too.
And
good shot.
he's got the same abilities as Ray Kump from our Shakespeare in Love episode.
Which is what did Ray have to say?
well, Ray can always tell
Ray-
when someone's a woman.
Yeah, Ray
Oh,
was
yeah?
Even before they know.
Ray had a take that like even if you dress up as a man that you biologically know because of pheromones. You can
Is he
smell
wrong?
that somebody's a woman.
Is he wrong?
We didn't.
Ray,
we didn't do
okay,
the
here's-
research.
if anybody's putting out pheromones, I think Ray Kump puts out pheromones. I think that dude's like he's. I wouldn't say that. I would never want to say that Ray is smelly, but if anyone's gonna be smelly, it would be that guy.
He stops him. He puts out pheromones like they're candles on a birthday cake.
I think he's onto something.
Absolutely. But okay, back to all this greed and sports stuff. Like I think that was all set up because like the first 5 minutes of this movie are awesome, and like
Yeah, pretty funny.
all the jokes really work about the franchise naming rights, the franchise relocation, like that opening bit
so funny.
where they score the football team scores the touchdown and the touchdown dance turns into river dance.
That's pretty funny.
They do river dance and then a guy comes by in a stretcher and it works so well. Like it's such a
He's
funny
in a stretcher
bit.
and the other players are pushing him in the stretcher.
Yeah, so I really think like I don't think they had something to say about the sports universe because like Trey Parker and Matt Stone, like they're guys who make a ton of money for like something that's like loved by a niche of people too. So
and it's like,
not dissimilar.
It goes in waves. So you know how they took away dancing in like celebrations in recent years, and now it's just come back, and we're all like for it again.
Actually, other teams are still celebrating. Matt's just a Jets fan, so he doesn't know what a touchdown looks like.
On recent news of our trading up 3 spots for
I love the move.
3 draft picks. We'll see. You know, you never know. At least we're not the fucking Redskins. So
I believe they're called the Washington Obamas.
Yeah, when are they going to change the name? Dan Snyder owns the domain Washington Warriors. Like he can change it today, and he just doesn't every day.
yeah, it's just
Yeah,
to
but
spite
you don't
everyone.
want to. He should change it today to like an Irish slur.
He changes it every day. That'd be great.
Back to the movie's common theme of is this racist or
that was
sexist?
great.
I think
That was the great quote. I said, is this racist? And then Joel said, no, it's sexist.
No,
with
homophobic.
that Asian massage
right.
joke. Oh yeah, homophobic. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and that's the bit for about like that bit
funny.
happens 7 times. And
Oh,
the movie's
yeah.
like, oh, should I be? Is this racist? No, it's homophobic.
So let's start
Yeah.
here. Jake, did you like the movie?
I give the movie a C-. Did I enjoy it? Sure. Is it a good movie? Absolutely not.
But you can enjoy it for what it is, though, right?
Sure.
Okay.
If I'm in the mood to listen to a Real Big Fish backed comedy romp, yeah, sure, it's the quality.
Come on, it also had
It's my
DVDA in there. The whole like genital warts song.
Yeah,
that
it's my-
bit was so funny.
It's my favorite movie with Real Big Fish in it.
Okay.
yeah, it does have a very 90s
Oh,
soundtrack.
insanely 90s.
When I discovered ska music 3 years ago,
When did you? Oh, Jesus.
someone made me a
Leave.
playlist of ska music, and you know what? It's not the best stuff, but it puts you in a good mood, and like for the commute to work, it's not terrible. And I listened
What's
to that.
your favorite ska
Yeah.
band?
Nobody's ever
Uh,
killed themselves to ska music before.
I like Real Big Fish.
Oh, nice. Good name.
Fishbone.
What?
Fishbone.
What's another ska
Fishbone?
band?
Fishbone.
Mighty
That's
Mighty
one.
Boss
Oh, that's
Towns.
right. Those are the big two, though,
The
right?
Specials.
Oh, the specials are really good. They're
Special.
almost
I've
like
never
a
heard of them.
forefather of.
The Ramones.
It's weird. You never learned about the specials, even though you took special
Clash.
classes.
The Specials are kind of good. They have some bangers.
They're really good, but they predate ska. Like they're more
They
reggae
play
than ska. I would
They
say
play ska. They're white. They're white people who play horns.
there's a lot of black people in the specials.
Yeah, but there's also white people in the special.
I feel like a common theme in any ska band is that when they take the stage, they need at least 20 people on stage.
They'll just bring people up.
Yeah.
What do you want? You want to come on?
I like
Are
that.
you part of the band?
You wanna-
I like
today.
that genre of music so much. I'm gonna change my name to Joe Walkow Ska.
Keep pausing, Matt. Keep pausing.
I'm picturing our audience laughing right now.
It's just Matt's parents
I
like
love
trying to
when
figure out
it's-
what a podcast is.
I love when it's 2 people to bully Joel. Because when I do it, it's just dead air. But then if it's both of us, we can both not. Then it's a crowd not laughing. It's legally a crowd.
Normally, the dynamic is Joel bullying me.
That's what it feels.
Make
I
me
can feel that.
stronger.
I can feel that.
But Joel liked the movie, right?
I love this movie.
This is a movie for Joel.
This was always one of my favorite movies, and it still is. Like I've seen this movie probably 10 times, and I laughed so much watching it. Like there's something. It's not a great movie. It's flawed, whatever. But
a lot
there's
of
something.
physical
Yeah.
comedy.
There's something that makes me laugh every 10 minutes, and there's so many like really smart callbacks, and just
Excuse me?
Really smart
What?
callbacks.
What are the really smart callbacks?
well, like just the repeated jokes with Squeak, and like with the psycho. Here you go, sister's going out with Squeak, and by the end of the movie, Squeak is saying, "I hear your sister's going out with Squeak," and then Squeak gets hit in the head, being carried by
Why don't you
Coop,
tell
just like
him
the
who
little
Squeak
kid.
is?
Okay,
Describe Squeak.
Squeak is the hero of this
Yeah,
movie.
and Matt, why don't you tell? Well, go ahead and you say what a good guy Matt and Trey are.
All right. So the story is I want to know the actor's name.
Okay, well, this movie was written by the Zucker brothers, and it was given to Trey Parker and Matt Stone, who thought that South Park was going to be canceled. So they took on BASEketball as a project. They did a rewrite with the Zucker brothers, and they decided they needed to add a third character who was their boy.
Yeah, Squeak Scolari, played by Diane Bacher.
Wait,
Sorry,
that's a boy named Diane.
it's like Dian.
Dion.
I think it's a French name, Dion Bacall.
Yeah,
His name's okay. Let's just go with Diane because that like keeps the character going.
yeah. So poor Diane, part of the theme.
He's shaped like a jockey.
But yeah, that's so cool that they changed the script to include him. But they were like former roommates.
And he was the
Oh.
star of Orgasmo, which
Yeah.
was like their first project that did really well. So he is
They're
their
boys,
boy.
and they took care of him.
That's
So
great.
that's
They
like-
really took care of him.
that's like
yeah, that's
he's
so
really
funny.
he's really featured heavily in
Yeah,
the movie.
gave him such a wonderful
Yeah,
part.
such great range. I
Where
think
they
he might have
call
got
him a little
nominated. He might have got nominated for this
yeah.
best supporting asshole.
No, and then they do show his asshole in
Yep.
the movie.
That's why I said that.
No, and this guy, he's just like, it's wonderful to have a vehicle where he's just bullied in every scene. Like his first appearances, he's just eaten by a dog repeatedly.
Mhm.
He
He's
is
attacked
dressed
by a
as a
dog.
pineapple and catapulted.
Yeah.
So for there being like,
He didn't
This-
die, right? Yeah,
no,
no,
he didn't die.
I thought he died.
He
from it.
dates a trans woman without knowing she's trans.
Where was Ray? I don't think that woman was trans. I think that was a woman.
Ray would have been able to
Where was-
tell.
we needed Ray there. Yeah, they never say. It
Right.
was just like a large framed woman.
Yeah, that's part of the film's commentary.
No, but
Yeah.
they set up that she has a cute Adam's apple. Then they both puke.
Well, because they were drunk from the last night.
Yeah, hungover.
It wasn't because of her. Because
So just
it
yeah.
wasn't transphobic.
So they eventually had this kid in the movie, and then they just embarrassed him every scene. And I looked up his IMDb.
Yep.
His
Did
first
he never work
movie.
again? Did he ever work after?
No, he worked
Oh, fuck.
as a makeup
theory.
artist on Apocalypto.
My theory
that true?
stands.
Yeah.
He's a makeup artist now?
Yeah, he's like a high-end makeup artist, but now he's found his way back into acting.
Cool. What a career.
How do you say that? Does it say how you say it?
Yes, that's Dion Bacon.
Yeah, I think I'm in more of Camp Joel here. Like, it's a fun movie. There's so many good bits, because you're going in for a
it's got
shitty
good
comedy.
bits. It's 20 minutes too long. The
You can't
second,
have a 70-minute comedy unless it's dirty work.
It's too long. The second act is like really convoluted for kind of no reason.
You just hate that commentary about athletes making money.
That probably would have stood up at the time, but I mean, I could see why this wasn't a commercial success because it's not. It should have been a sugar candy, and they tried to make it this like actual film, and it's like no, it should have been like slapstick from
Point
the jump.
taken.
70 minutes, just bop bop bop. We're out.
Yeah.
We're done. They tried to make a film, and it was stupid.
Yeah, I mean, I believe these were the first social justice warriors.
And what were their takes? What were their stands?
They were saying Glenn Robinson of the Milwaukee Bucks makes too much money.
All right.
This-
That's a hill to die on. I agree.
You can't be getting $100 million like when you were going to Purdue University 6 months ago.
Okay.
Is that his contract?
I
Yeah,
disagree.
he was drafted. He was given so much money right out of the gate. So
Did
like,
they fix in NBA? Do they have rookie deals? Like,
Yeah.
is it slotted?
yeah,
Oh, it is slotted. Okay, cool. That's how it was. It wasn't like that in the NFL, and it created so many problems.
Is that like that?
I fixed it.
Because of the collective bargaining
The
agreement?
collective bargaining agreement. That was probably something that the owners had to like completely push for because it's not in the best interest of the players.
Right.
Obviously.
That's
but
what I was like. I was thinking like a talent like LeBron James could just be like, no, I'm not going to play.
Yeah.
And then that would force their hand a little bit.
Yeah. But I think what they probably did is they probably made it's probably 2 years. So like you play for 2 years and then you can make whatever. So they probably lowered the minimum. So
See, that's whack. I don't know.
No, you need it though because in the NFL, you just had like every single season there would be 2 rookies holding out every year who would just get like they'd fall in the draft, get drafted, and then still expect the slot they expected. And it's like you just can't do this every year.
Yeah,
it
and
just
like
creates a mockery of like what this is supposed to be.
And when you're rebuilding, like I think all of our teams always are picking at the top of the draft historically. So like if you're like the Lions or the Jets or the Jags, like you get a top pick and then like you're stuck like paying him so much money.
So much money, yeah, for like a defensive end or whatever.
I think the Lions are still paying Charles Rogers.
Oh no.
For like 2 years.
Charles.
What a great wideout that guy was.
He was all right. He scored 2 touchdowns in a game and then he broke his collarbone and it was all over for him.
Oh, Charlie.
It's amazing how much a puzzle gets stronger when it's together. Like, are you guys seeing this shit right here?
Update on
There's
the
like a
podcast.
wave.
Joel finished the puzzle.
It's like a wave.
Yeah, they're doing the wave in the stadium.
Yeah, didn't you think Jake stole one of these puzzle pieces, Joel? Do you want to?
Yeah, you piece of shit.
I did.
Yeah.
You publicly called me out. Here's what I did. Here's what I did as such a good friend. When Joel had his surgery, the day after I came over and I brought him a puzzle, a 3D puzzle,
Wow,
a little
that's so
tiny
kind
one.
of you.
And then I was like, oh, this isn't gonna last long enough. He's gonna mow right through this. So I bought him a 1,000-piece Detroit Lions puzzle.
So thoughtful. His team.
Yeah, it's his team, and he's like, I want to do a puzzle while I'm injured. And then I was like, sure, I'll get you a puzzle. And then I got it, and he started doing it. And then halfway through, here's what he accused me of doing.
Yeah, there's this
Giving
big
him
piece missing in the middle.
One of
that's
the
a
green
green
pieces
piece
on the field. He thought I took one of the 1,000 pieces out, sealed the box back, sealed the Amazon box that it came in back, and then gave it to him. So it would drive him insane.
And honestly, it would have been a pretty good prank.
Yeah, if I had done it.
Yeah, but
No, your dumb dog ate it or some shit.
No,
and then you blamed me.
The puzzle piece
You
fell
ate
into
it?
my taxes,
Oh,
and then like
that's
I put
right.
it into H&R Block. It got me a bunch of money off on my return. And
yeah,
then
I said he put it in his oatmeal and ate it like a fucking idiot.
Yeah, but that's
That
like
he
an
is.
ignorant comment. Like everyone knows I've switched from oatmeal to smoothies to start my day.
You're not the oatmeal boy?
No, I'm the smoothie boy.
You're
I'm the
rebranding.
smoothie king.
I am the oatmeal boy now.
Yeah,
What's that shitty bit?
it's the worst bit I've ever
What's
done.
that shitty bit that you
It's
loved?
It's about how I gave this guy Eric, who I worked with, the nickname Oatmeal Boy,
Why?
because I was just projecting. Like,
All right.
You were eating oatmeal.
No, it's
Okay.
just like
And you started-
I'm actually the oatmeal boy. Because like the thing about me, like you guys know me pretty well, I am a deeply uninteresting person. Like if you were to put me on the
Okay.
spot and be like, tell me 5 facts about you that might be interesting, I'd be like,
What?
I like oatmeal.
Okay.
But like,
I don't think any of this is true.
you don't think I
You're
like
a very
oat-
colorful person with like a vibrant past.
No,
And
no.
you professionally tell people about your past.
That's right. And I think you'd be pretty easy pressed to come up with 5 good facts about
Joel,
yourself.
tell me 5 good facts.
Oh, I went to USC on a scholarship because I wrote a play about teeth.
That's just off the top of my head.
Yeah.
That's
It was
off
about
the top of my
fingers.
fingers. That's right. It was fingers.
Yeah, it was about
Teeth.
fingers. It was about a guy.
I thought that was
No,
completely made up.
no.
Just
I
halfway
could probably
correct.
list 5 that are like, what? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's about this guy. He was on a plane and the plane crashes and he goes on an island and to survive he eats his fingers.
How
and,
long was this movie?
And then it and then it support
70 minutes.
and then he eats his finger. Then it tells a story of each finger. And then women dressed as fingers come out and sing a song. And then at the end of the song, a big mouth came and dragged them all away screaming. It was called "I Guess I Can't Play Piano Anymore."
And that's how he got into USC. He also had to do.
You had your wedding called off, and then
Your
you made a
wedding-
half-court shot after that.
I didn't
He
make the
didn't make a
half-court
half-court
shot.
shot.
I got
the
the
lower part of the backboard.
You're missing. You're mixing up two stories. My
Barbados.
wedding got called off. Then the Brooklyn Nets sent me on
Let
a
me
trip
do this
to
in my Joel impression.
My wedding got called off, and then I had to go to Barbados, and I took my sister, and then I got a half-court shot from the Brooklyn Nets, and I missed it because I was too nervous because I just saw Jimmy Butler.
No, I was nervous
patented
because we
Joel
were
shake.
late to that
You
game.
gotta shake the mic. Oh,
We,
yeah,
we
were-
almost missed that game. We were
game.
posing for photos
Yeah,
like
that was
out,
so
out on the
funny.
bus stop. And
I
then
wore
we,
a tracksuit and Joel didn't wear a tracksuit for some reason.
yeah, I'm
I
not
was
going to
like,
embarrass myself. And it's a Nets game, so like 6 or 7 people are watching.
the last time you had courtside seats, you wore a fur coat. So I was like, well, I should probably wear a tracksuit. And then I show up and he's dressed completely normal. And I'm in a tracksuit. And then I got on the court and then I saw Jimmy Butler and he like ran past me and he didn't. So I probably looked pretty fly.
Yeah, that was so
Hell yeah,
that was
hell
so
yeah.
embarrassing. Like my girlfriend, the beautiful Gabby Garcia, her family's associated with the ownership of like a NBA
Do you want to talk
team.
about this? Oh, okay.
I don't say what team.
He's mentioned it before.
I believe that.
I have mentioned it
I
before.
believe that.
yeah.
But they got us tickets to like a game, so we got courtside seats. I wore my fur coat, and then everyone thought I was Macklemore. Like they showed me on the jumbotron as Macklemore.
No, they did.
Yeah, they
You're
did.
full of shit.
But then like the guys who own the team, they showed up and sat with us, and then I was just like, have you ever tried to like discreetly take off and hide a full length fur coat before? Like try.
I imagine it's quite the operation.
Hey, it's really nice to meet you. I'm the cartoon of a pimp.
Who's
Wow.
your favorite? All right, everyone. Who's your favorite character in BASEketball?
Squeak Scolari, easy.
Squeak Scolari.
Yeah.
Wow.
I do like Coop though. I think Coop is a good leading man. I think he's got like
Yeah, but Reamer fucking sucks.
Reamer
Yeah.
does suck.
He's worst supporting actor. He was bad.
Matt Stone.
Matt Stone
I think
was borderline bad. In
I
this
think
movie.
Coop.
Coop's
Or
your
actually, the
favorite?
kid was really good.
Joey.
Joey.
I
he-
can't believe I know all these names.
he had so many funny bits where he was included.
I like all the Manic Pixie Dream Girls. Those are all my favorite.
the Manic Pixie Dream Girls played by former Playboy playmates.
Yeah, that's who I choose.
Were they-
All their lines were just about how they like were in love with them but couldn't confess it. And
Yeah,
then, like how they had vague careers that were really important to them. Those
yeah,
are my
but Jenny
favorite.
McCarthy had so many good bits in this movie.
She did.
Like she
The
was
buffer
so
thing
funny.
was really funny.
Yeah, that's so fun. They thought she was having sex,
Oh,
but they
yeah.
like slowly
Pudding
pan out.
carpet.
Oh
She's
yeah,
like-
man, I'm gonna set up that point you wanted to make earlier. So like they do this bit about there's these two competing billionaires. Ernest Borgnine
Is this
chokes
the
on
plot-
a hot
This is the
dog.
plot of Billions, right?
I haven't seen it. It probably is. Joel
Man.
knows.
It's Joel's favorite show.
I know. He talks about
I
that's the
shit on-
only
I
reason
shit
to
on
have
it all the
Showtime.
time. Yeah, I shit on it all the time.
Man, I made Gabby watch the beautiful Gabby Garcia. And
like when they announced they were renewing Billions, they're like, "We are very excited to announce we are a new season of Billions because Joel is still watching."
Isn't Soder on that?
I don't know.
yeah, he is. He plays Mafi.
What's
Mafi?
that guy's
Mafi.
character? What's it? What type is he?
No, he's like a bro in the office, but then there's this new non-gender conforming analyst Taylor, and Taylor like
Analyst or analyst?
analyst.
I heard analyst.
I heard analyst.
That's the Michigan accent. Every time we say a hard vowel, we do have butt sex.
It just starts shitting out. So he's playing the analyst.
Yeah, and like
Uh-oh.
she coaches him to like a prominent role, and she does well. She falls into if she becomes like Bobby Axelrod's right hand. And by
Who's
the,
Rod? What are you talking about?
Bobby
Yeah,
Axelrod.
all right,
He-
come
okay,
on.
it's a cat.
You're
and
getting way too far into this.
Sure.
this
It's a
show
cat.
we're
And,
not
it's a
gonna-
cat. It's a cat and mouse game between
Between
Chuck
two
Rhodes, a
billionaires.
federal. No, he's not a billionaire. He's a federal investigator
Oh.
brought to life by Paul Giamatti. He also has
Brought
an
to
S&M
life.
fetish that he plays out with
Billions.
his wife and various dominatrixes around the New York BDSM scene. And then
Okay.
there's
Is-
Bobby
is-
Axelrod, a billionaire who
is
made
Comp
his
into
money in the
BDSM?
ashes of 9/11, and they're kind of having this cat and mouse game. Will Chuck catch Bobby? Will Bobby ruin
Wow.
Chuck?
Brian Koppelman is such a genius writing this.
Yeah.
No, Brian Koppelman is one of the best writers
Shakespeare.
around today, and like for him to just kind of do
Yeah.
this like super popcorn show about like the stock market and have all this like rich people porn like intermittently with some of the better like character development on television, in my opinion. I thought he did a wonderful job, and that's why I think it's either the first or second or third best show on TV.
All right.
Not to bring it back to 1998, but Koppelman, he got his start with Rounders 20 years ago.
Yeah,
so.
we're going to be doing the Rounders podcast with Brian Koppelman. I'm excited to
Wow,
announce
what
that.
a get.
No,
Yeah,
Matt's been working
well,
on it, and
what a
Matt,
get.
We didn't get him yet.
Oh, I hope you guys get him.
No, he's a stand-up fan. He goes to Stand Up New York all the time. That's how Soda got his role on the show, actually.
Really?
Yeah, maybe.
That's crazy. What
Joel's
a great
just talking
story.
out his ass.
Oh, I know. He already does that. He does it all the time.
Yeah, I don't know anything.
He definitely was not put on the Jumbotron as Macklemore. I know that's for true.
You fibbed
yeah, that's
that
fake.
one?
That's fake
No,
as
that's
hell.
true. I'll send you
Yeah.
the screen grabs.
Yeah, send me the screen grab.
All right. Can I tell you guys?
I was just struck, people. I want everyone to know I was struck.
Can I tell you guys, like, when you guys went on tour, I loved the basketball segment you guys got on, the local
thanks.
news
In
basketball.
Louisville?
Yeah.
In Louisville, Kentucky.
Yeah, our tour
Yeah.
was a lot like the movie BASEketball. Like the best segment was the basketball segment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that was
and-
fun.
By the way, someone was clowning. One of our listeners was clowning on me for never having been on television this week on Twitter.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you've been on television.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, excuse me.
User
I
on
played.
Twitter.
Really?
I've
We were on
played a
local
teen
TV.
in basketball on morning television in Louisville, Kentucky, and I won. I got 2 points, a steal.
I had a board.
And you guys were playing against high school kids, right?
Yeah, Jake also
I had a board and I had a shot that was so high it hit a garage door opener.
I loved how the hosts were like, "Oh wow, you're actually gonna play."
Yeah. They didn't run anything by us.
Right.
Yeah, no,
I know.
They tried to set us up to play a former University of Kentucky national champion.
Yeah.
And this guy was just the most bloated bag of booze you've ever
Yeah,
seen in
we
your
would have
life.
wrecked him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Cameron, what was his last name? Mills.
Cameron Mills. Cameron Mills, if you're listening, come to Brooklyn,
punked out, you
play
bitch.
me, and don't let your
punk
dog
bitch.
piss on the park.
It is illegal.
Yeah, that's the beauty of basketball, though. It's like you can be a drunk, bloated bag of booze and still
Yeah.
be good at it.
There's several games where they play drunk. They played the one game drunk where Squeak meets his love of his life. That was a drunk game, and then they played like the other game drunk.
I think they only played the one game drunk.
No, maybe it was a entirely too long of a scene.
Okay, if nothing else, this movie's a wonderful joke machine. I thought the like jokes they had of going to every different city was wonderfully done. Like,
I
Every
liked
single
all of them except for
cheerleaders.
the Roswell, because I was like, why would Roswell?
That's
have a
right.
team?
That's what you're nitpicking. You're like,
upset
there's
about
no
that.
population in New
There's no-
Mexico.
that's not-
yeah, but they
yeah,
clearly
that's
just
not
went
a
to
major
Roswell
city.
because they do these like arena giveaways. Like they do Doesn't Ignite,
Doesn't
Free Range
Ignite was
Chicken
so
Night.
nice. That was
Doesn't
funny.
Ignite was so
And
funny.
they clearly did Roswell. They converted the set to like this alien set for it, and just so they could have anal
No,
probe
they
night.
definitely
Yeah.
traveled. There's no way that was the same set.
No,
It
that
was
was definitely the
same
same set.
Y'all are crazy. The
But
budget to change? No, they traveled to the place.
you threw that sarcasm fastball right over our heads,
Yeah,
and
they-
we were like, no, no.
Jake,
think
I'm
they
a
went to-
professional set designer.
I think they
by
went to San Antone.
I really enjoyed each town's name because, like, just what was off the top of my head, New Jersey informants.
The New Jersey
Miami
informants.
dealers.
The Miami
And the
dealers
best,
are my
they really
favorite.
captured the Miami essence because they cut to the Miami dugout and people are just cooking a chicken.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
pretty good. San Antonio was the defenders.
Yeah.
And then they did a 1, 2, 3. And then they said, like, we hate Mexicans.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Fuck the Mexicans.
Yeah. Oh man, update that. Build
Yeah.
the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank
That
you for
joke
chiming
stands
that
up.
in. I felt like it would really miss if all of us didn't say a hateful thing.
Yeah.
Sure.
Gabby,
That is-
you just walked in.
What's up?
The beautiful Gabby Garcia is here. She's going to say something anti-Mexican.
What do you got to say?
My grandpa's kind of a racist, and he's Mexican.
All right, there you have it. Okay, we got to get.
Yeah, let's get back
We
to-
need to get into the movie because I feel like there is a lot to talk
Yeah,
about
let's
in
get
this
back to the
film
movie.
that we
Lot,
missed
so
over.
much to talk about.
What was your favorite city they visited, guys?
Miami?
Miami.
I love the Miami dealers. I would. That's probably the jersey I'd want. If I could get a Miami dealers jersey, that'd be sick.
It's similar to the actual
It looks
Marlins
like the
jersey.
new Marlins jersey.
And the one shitty thing is that if you go to like knockoff Chinese jersey sites, you can get jerseys from like Love and Basketball, The Sixth Man,
Really?
Like Mike. Yeah, Space
Whoa.
Jam is a big one. Every guy in
yeah.
Brooklyn has a Space Jam
I
jersey.
kind of want to get a Space Jam jersey.
Nah, they're too
Don't do
popular.
it.
You don't want to get a jersey that's too big.
Wait another 20 years.
Well, I kind of want to. Does there a Larry Bird Space Jam jersey?
No, Larry Bird wasn't in Space Jam.
Huh? Yes, he was.
No, he wasn't.
He didn't play, but he was in it.
He had a cameo. Maybe he
Yeah,
could wear like his polo
Yeah,
shirt.
he was
or
wearing
golf
like a
shirt.
button-up
He
shirt.
was, he was a golfer.
You think you can get,
I
get a
get a-
knockoff of the shirt Larry Bird
I bet I
wears?
could get a Larry Bird Space Jam jersey.
I like the idea of like any retired basketball player calling any shirt that he wears as jersey for the rest of the
Yeah,
But I feel like you should be able to get knockoff basketball jerseys. Like I feel like that
they're-
Bears jersey would
those are
sell.
tacky. It's like half basketball, half baseball. It's like a really tacky looking.
It's
But
very
they- I
large.
feel
Everything's
like
yeah,
oversized.
it's very big.
They
Very
had the
90s.
Milwaukee Bears, the San Francisco Ferries, New Jersey Informants, Miami Dealers, the Texas,
the Dallas
Defenders.
Felons,
the Dallas Felons.
Dallas Felons,
Dallas Felons is probably my favorite, or New Jersey Defenders.
the San Antonio Defenders.
Or I
New
mean,
Jersey, the
New Jersey Informants.
The
Sorry.
Informants is pretty good. Yeah, they didn't even go to New York. What's the come on?
Well, they,
Major
you know,
markets.
we don't have
What
the
about
urban planning
Atlanta?
to build a
Yeah.
basketball team. Well, I mean, I feel like the basketball like ownership group saw the attendance for Hawks game and is like, we want to stay away from Atlanta.
Yeah.
Did you guys have a favorite bit from the movie?
I love the bit where they're talking about cities relocating. And they're like, the Jazz moved from New Orleans to Utah, where music is illegal. that
like-
bit,
that was a
that
good one.
bit's so funny.
I like a few Reamer psychots. They're my favorite bits in the movie. I like it when Reamer lactates in a guy's face with no
Twice.
explanation.
Twice.
Classic.
And you guys were like, "Oh man, no, you can't lactate," but men men can take like hormonal injections and gain the ability to lactate.
Oh, wait. Are hormones, pheromones are the female ones and hormones are the male ones?
No.
No.
Both have both.
Pheromones. Pheromones,
Pheromones
are,
are like
just
sex hormones.
Oh, okay.
And hormones
All
are
right.
like more of
Never mind.
everything,
I
I
just want
think.
to make sure I wasn't like
Sure.
correct.
Back to the movie. My favorite bit, I think, was the funeral. The video.
Oh yeah, Coop. Now that we're alone or whatever that
yeah.
bit. That
what's
was
it called where you give away your stuff?
A will.
Will.
Yeah, the
A
video
will reading.
will. That was a classic.
That was great.
Um,
I'm so sexy for my car.
But yeah, not to
What a good
just like
song.
jump back into the film real fast. Like I kind of think this movie was I'd give it like a B plus just because
Wow.
it gets into it so fast, and that's a problem I have with so many movies. It's like within
That's
the
true.
first 5 minutes they're already playing basketball.
Yeah.
We know who the characters are.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then
it should get points for that. I agree
yeah.
with you.
I mean, me and Joel we're on our phones halfway through, so it's
And
like
I
it does
wasn't.
drag.
Maybe that's why I didn't like it. I was the only one watching it.
Yeah, maybe.
No,
I gave it a
I've
C+.
just seen this movie a lot of times, and I was on my phone like I wanted to Google Squeak Scolari's post basketball career. That's
Right.
what I was doing.
Yeah,
And
and
I found out that he became a makeup artist and probably made more money in that field.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and I was on my phone actually googling.
Oh yeah.
The in the movie there's a Make a Wish, and I was googling the top 8
There were a lot.
Top 8
Well,
make
yeah,
a wish.
this,
Okay, first of all,
this
before
Cracked article that I found
Oh,
the
okay.
top the 8 most badass Make a Wish.
If you guys had a make a wish, what would it be?
How
old
this
am I?
This is my literal dream and my only goal in comedy is I want to be the new voice of Motel 6. You know Tom Bodette.
Leave the light on.
I'm Tom Bodette, and I'll leave the light on for you. Motel 6. I want to be that guy. That's my only dream.
Why does he get to say his name in those ads? Is that
Because
uncovered?
he's been doing it for years.
Who is Tom Bodette though?
He's a comedic writer.
oh, okay.
He does like NPR stuff,
And he has the name recognition to like.
sort of. It's Motel 6, Joel. I think I could do it now. If Tom Bodette dies, I'm seriously gunning for it. He's not that old.
What about that movie? Like you killed Tom Bodette to like replace him as
I
the-
will do. I will do anything to become the voice of Motel 6.
I think my make a wish would be the same as Little Joey's from the movie.
Do you just want to meet an athlete?
No, Chelsea Clinton.
Oh, yeah. You'd have an easier time with Bill.
Hey yo,
What a great line.
Yeah.
I mean, there's every type of joke in this movie. There's one-liners, there's visual gags, there's just like non sequiturs. Like
There's smart jokes.
I think if you were the voice of, that's funny.
There's not.
If you were the voice for Motel 6, you get to stay there for free. For
Probably.
sure,
And I
right?
like Motel 6. I like the company.
Yeah, they're like
I stand by the product.
just a hair above Red Roof.
They're probably below.
no, I think they're above Red Roof.
I don't think
Red Roof is really down
Well,
there.
Motel 6, you kind of can go all over the place because they'll pop a Motel 6 up in like
You're like, oh, this is
Orlando
actually
or
really
something.
nice.
Yeah, but then they'll also like pop Motel 6 like kind of sketchy. But
The Red
I
Roof-
shouldn't be saying any of this. This is probably going to hinder me. Will you edit that out? I want to get this job. Hi, I'm Jake Head, and we'll leave the light on for you.
Matt, what would your Make-A-Wish be?
If I was pre-18, it's definitely to have sex. You know.
Oh, nice.
I just want to put an adult in like that
Do you think-
precarious
do you think that's-
situation
I'm
of
sure
trying to
that's
get a
a-
child laid.
I'm sure that's like a
common one?
common one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanna have sex.
but yours was kind of more twisted. You wanted to implicate someone and put them
Yeah,
in.
you didn't actually want to have sex. You want to just put somebody in a hard spot.
Underage Matt Anderson, the world's most dangerous game.
Right.
Yeah, yikes.
I
No,
I want them
I-
to take me to Thailand where it's legal though.
I only fucked that kid because he has cancer.
Whose voice was that? Was that Ray Kump?
No, that was that's the voice I use when I fuck underage kids with cancer. Yeah, I can hump the lumps right out of you.
Hump the lumps.
Hump
All right,
the
so
lumps.
let's go over this Cracked article real fast.
Will you start?
Wait, I
yeah,
didn't say
guess
my Make-A-Wish
start
yet.
8.
Didn't you?
I did a joke.
You did one. Do another one.
You do a joke one. This is like
Do the
no,
real one.
Genuinely, the
Yeah.
one thing that would make me feel good,
Yep.
I'd love to see the Detroit Lions win a playoff game.
Who do you put that on though?
Yeah, that's not a
Do
thing
you put that on
you can ask for.
either- The
No,
quarterback?
we all know sports are fixed. So
Yeah, that's not a thing you can ask. Well, let's not get into that.
no, do you guys? Yeah, like basketball.
Let's not get into
They
that.
should have made that. Could have been a good conflict for why
When they-
basketball works because all the other sports are fixed. Some guy
Ooh.
in the Legit Picks Facebook group yesterday,
Yeah.
he said he got access to the NCAA supercomputer and he put down 7 picks. They were all correct.
Did he get
Wow.
the 16 seed right?
No one got that right. Like
Somebody did.
Yeah. I
one
don't
guy
think there
got it
is-
right. One guy made like $20,000 off an $800 bet.
Are there any?
Nice.
Are there any perfect brackets left?
No, I don't think so.
Wow, that's crazy.
Did you guys see that the Twitter account for that basketball
Oh yeah,
team?
they're going ham.
Yeah, they went from 5,000 followers to 45,000
Holy
followers
shit.
in a
Well-
game.
Well, they're like getting at people. Like
Right.
people are roasting them and they're responding.
yeah,
It's
because
so funny.
they're basically like a Wendy's Twitter. You know?
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
just getting
It's like, wait,
after
why-
them hard.
Because
Why
they're
did you
selling an
respond?
inferior product.
Oh,
Oh, come on. Don't come at Maryland.
They
Baltimore
played good
County like that.
basketball.
They were
They fucking whipped
lucky.
them. It was 20 point. They didn't.
Yeah.
They didn't win by 2. They didn't win by 5. They won by 20.
Yeah, Virginia.
Virginia's
Kill
coach should be
yourself.
ashamed for not adjusting better, and also like they,
Tied at the half.
Wow,
yeah,
Yikes.
they had a hell of a second half.
that's great.
They were playing good basketball.
Baltimore County.
I'm sorry.
What was that?
Baltimore County.
I almost went there.
You almost went to UMBC.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't you?
I was. It was one of the schools in Maryland I didn't tour.
It was, I mean, like it's funny because the Twitter guy was like he was like tweeting like just so everybody knows like we got a great program. He's like trying to get more people to come in.
That's so funny.
It's great. I feel like Wichita State made that jump recently.
Yeah,
because-
Wichita State got upset though.
Oh, they did.
They're out.
Oh,
Yeah, the
bummer.
Shockers. They're done.
I know none of the what conference is Arizona and Arizona State in?
Pac-12.
Pac-12.
No more Pac-12 teams, and that's the first time in history that they
Wow.
all got bounced in the first round.
Well, as an SEC, what's the opposite of an apologist? As an SEC, like
Truther.
truther. SEC is the strongest
In basketball,
in everything.
they're not the strongest in
In
basketball. They've got
everything.
Kentucky, and it's a weak Kentucky team.
Especially football. They're the best in football.
Easily, not even close.
Yeah, they had Jaron Lorenzen, so Kentucky's automatically the best in football. You're right.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you guys want to hear some of this
I would love to.
8 most badass Make-A-Wish Foundation wishes?
That's the name of the article.
Yeah, fucking
Wait, what
cracked.
constitutes badass?
Well,
Yeah, can you beat the shit out of my dad?
This kid, the first
Is
one.
this number 8?
Yeah.
All
So
right,
the
number-
first
Wait,
one.
I think a badass Make-A-Wish would be like, yeah, make the cancer work faster.
Oh shit! What a badass.
That's just steroids,
Yeah.
right? They just give the kids steroids, and I think you'll die. It's like the opposite of. Anyway, that's the real answer.
Okay, what were the 8 most badass?
All right, so the first
Make-A-Wishes?
one was this kid wished for basically the Field of Dreams wish. You know, he got a baseball field in his backyard.
That's so sad.
Why? You
What
don't
do
like that one?
mean?
That's
No,
bad because you need
he's-
17 other people
yeah,
to play a game.
and the kid's like gonna die, and then you have to take care of a baseball field.
Well, I'm sure the kid
That's
didn't
a
think of it like
burden.
that.
That is a huge burden to that family. Also, they're probably rich if they have enough space for a
Hey,
baseball.
Oh, I think it turned into more of like a community
Oh,
baseball
that's
field.
Wonderful.
Hey, I know-
that's badass.
You
I know-
Badass
changed
as
your
hell.
tone
Never mind.
so
I
fast.
love
I know
that.
you're a sick kid. Here's something else people will also gradually lose interest in.
Get off.
Do more of these. I love making fun of these Make-A-Wish
Okay.
kids. Like,
What is this?
is there any way you can make me balder?
Pretty badass.
Some of these I want to skip because
Jake, what would your badass? No, don't skip any.
okay.
Yeah, just say 'em
okay.
real, just say 'em
People-
real quick. There's only
People
8.
listening to the BASEketball podcast, like, no one's gonna be like, excuse me,
You
this is
skipped
a
over-
waste of my time.
You skipped over the plot line where they like. No, we didn't skip.
I thought
any
they were
plot
gonna
line.
address whether or not this scene passed the Bechdel
It
test.
didn't.
It
no,
did.
No scene passed. No, the movie did not pass the Bechdel test. No part of it. I don't even think 2 women ever talked.
I think it would be so funny to write a cheat scene in this film just to pass the Bechdel test.
I want to see it in the movie.
I don't.
I want to see.
Honestly,
I want to see this scene in a movie. Like a woman just says, "Does this movie pass the Bechdel test?" And another woman comes in and says, "Yes."
Yes, I think so. Yeah. No, I don't think 2 women even talked in this movie.
You're right.
Like not. It's like 2
Yasmin
women. had a-
Bleeth talked.
No,
Jenny
to each other.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't think 2
and they're
women
not
had a
allowed to
conversation.
talk about another man.
Well, that's the key that separates a lot of movies. But I don't think this movie. I don't think 2 women ever had a conversation
Right.
at all. So
It's like it failed with flying
with
colors.
Flying colors, yeah. It didn't even pass the part 1 of the Bechdel test.
You're telling me this racist, homophobic, sexist movie didn't pass the Bechdel test?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Well-
What's number 7, Matt?
All right, guys. Number 7 is this kid asked for not just 1 get well card, not just 2 get well
no.
cards. He asked for all of the get well cards in the world.
Yeah,
He got 35 million get
Holy
well
shit.
cards due from a viral
That's pretty cool.
email chain. It's not cool because he
I'm
kept
dying.
on
Can you
getting
make
them
sure
after he got well.
Oh,
He
well,
got-
that's even better.
He got well because a billionaire or a millionaire found out, paid for the surgery. You know, he went into
Incredible.
remission.
yeah.
This is the most badass one I've heard so far.
The world needs more people who love letters in it.
Oh, I like
It was
that
probably
one.
the CEO of Hallmark who paid for his surgery, and also
Yeah, he
like,
made him a millionaire.
what's this kid thinking? Like, oh, I'm dying. I want these trees too as well. I would rather have a tree around than
Christ.
some lumpy kid any day of the
What a
week.
fucking edgelord.
Man, you try and
What
climb
an
a kid
edgelord
with
piece of
cancer,
shit.
you can't do shit.
Edgelord piece of shit.
But they abandoned their house because they kept on getting mail
Just put a stop. Just put a
from
stop.
different people.
No, you can just
They're-
put a stop on your address.
or just change your address.
You can request a mail stop from the post office.
Let's mail this kid a recording of this podcast.
Oh boy.
Anyway,
I love that one.
that one was a good one.
Seeing as this is a crack.com article, you have to scroll through millions of ads and pop-ups.
It is
It's
sad
pretty
because they
ridiculous.
do have great content though.
Oh, I believe it.
Their headlines are
believe-
click-worthy. The next one was this kid wanted to meet this celebrity chef, Enzo.
one?
Was it the Swedish
Oh,
chef?
Enzo? Oh,
No, no.
okay.
Okay, I'm sorry. The kid's name was Enzo, and he wanted to meet the celebrity chef Ina Garten,
Who the fuck is that?
better known as Barefoot Contessa.
Oh, the Barefoot Contessa. Okay, yeah. She's famous.
Oh, okay. I
That's
thought
like
You
you were
don't
being
know who the
sarcastic.
Barefoot Contessa is?
That's like a famous person.
No, I don't know.
She's big. She kind of like fell into like Rachel Ray's spot.
Man,
Sort
I
of.
worked a
Okay.
job with Rachel Ray, And like she kept bringing up how Tom Brady was
Brady's
a pussy.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Wow.
Sorry, Jake, you don't
I'm
need to shit
sorry.
on that. Like that was a
I've heard that
semi-interesting story.
Yeah, I forgot that people haven't heard this story.
Yeah, sorry.
I forgot
to your listeners who
forgot we're doing a
haven't known me for
podcast.
about 4 years, ruining my life every day of it.
So this story is basically the kid wants to meet this celebrity chef. She says no. Conflict from a book tour.
All right, okay.
It gets worse, Jake.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm
So-
pretty sure it's contagious.
I'll talk about a barefoot cuntessa.
So the
Who's
kids.
the dickhead edgelord now?
Well, I mean, he's about to be right. So later
You have to
on,
say
her
it
PR
once.
team says definite no
Wow.
because the kid asks again.
Wow.
So all these people start hating on her, and like there's like this
what's
big
your-
backlash.
what would you call her?
I think I would call her the barefoot contest. Did somebody
Yeah.
I think that
No,
was
it's probably Tilly.
fart? Okay.
Matt's so
Everyone
nice.
did
His,
it.
Matt, I could see his eye, the gear is spinning. It's like, the barefoot jerk.
Yeah, everyone said it.
So she tries to save face, and she's like, "Oh, okay, I'll meet you. All these people hate me." And then the kid finally says, "No, go fuck yourself. I'm gonna go swim with the
Whoa.
dolphins."
How is that not number one? That's number one. Holy
Yeah,
cow, that
badass.
rules.
Yeah, but the joke
That
was on the
rules.
kid because the Dolphins' Italian dinner was terrible.
God damn it, Joe.
Contessa got the last laugh. She cooked the dolphins. This kid wants to hunt a bear.
That's right. I don't understand how this one's not number one.
Yeah,
That's
he's
fucking
suffering
bad.
from a brain tumor. I almost said bear tumor. And he wants to hunt a bear, and they had to deal with a bunch of PETA shit.
Pedophiles?
Pierce Brosnan.
That's some classic edgelord gold right there. They had to deal with the
Pedophiles.
Yeah, the Make-A-Wish kid.
I'm sorry.
You know, PETA had kept him from filling his wish. Also calling PETA pedophiles.
Edgelord gold, like it starts to chip off and turns green after like 3 months.
Oh, easily.
Man, it was
that.
terrible. The gold started coming off my gold chain last week. It was awful.
Awful that you
I had
have
to retire
a gold
my
chain.
gold chain. No, I didn't buy my gold
We're
chain.
talking about Make-A-Wish kids, Joel. Don't bring up your gold chain.
Not your fake gold chain either.
When I went to Cuba, like a pretty remarkably third world country, one of my biggest takeaways was I need a bigger gold chain.
Oh my God. So he brings up another like humble brag. They're talking about fucking Make-A-Wish kids, and you're like, let me talk about my trip.
Well, I went to Cuba because I didn't want you to be the poorest person I knew anymore.
Okay. What's numbers, whatever we're on? Oh, yeah, the bear. What happened with the bear?
So PETA tried to stop it. Pierce Brosnan tried to stop it.
Wait, what did Pierce?
He was like, "Hey, do you want to come see me on the set of Dante's Peak?" And the kid said no. He got to go hunt a bear in Alaska. We don't know if he fucking killed it or not. We don't know if the
What
kid's
if this was
alive
the
anymore.
Kid, what
This
if
is
this
the
kid
kid from
killed
Grizz-
Timothy Treadwell?
This is the Grizzly Man. This is the plot of Grizzly Man.
Who's Timothy Treadwell?
Who's Timothy Treadwell?
He's the Grizzly Man.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
He's no Joel. Just say the Grizzly Man. No one knows his
I
name.
wrote a paper on Timothy Treadwell in college
Grizzly
that
Man.
like
Call him Grizzly Man.
no, his name's Timothy Treadwell. He
Or
adopted
at least
the
say
physicality
Timothy
of an
Grizzly Man Treadwell.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, give him a nickname.
I only know one Grizzly Man, and it's Mike Conley. Hello,
Oh, hello.
You know, Timothy Treadwell was a failed actor, so if he got offered to meet Pierce
such a
Brosnan,
weird
he
voice.
wouldn't have become the Grizzly Man.
That's true. That's so true. All right, what's number?
To
Whatever.
wrap up that last Make-A-Wish.
Oh yes.
Make-A-Wish no longer does hunting wishes because of the PR backlash from all of the
That makes
pedophiles.
sense.
Wait, Matt,
That
you're,
makes sense.
can I just say you're doing an awesome job playing the Make-A-Wish kids? Can we up the realism for this?
Oh boy.
Will you go into my bedroom and get my crutches?
After the podcast, Joe.
I want you to do the
I'm
Make-A-Wish
too
kid.
tired.
That sounds like royalty.
I'm too tired.
Man, I'm doing a bit that's making fun of handicap now, and people are not liking it.
Yeah, I heard you say stumbly wumblies. someone told me you say stumbly wumblies.
Well, he's making fun of himself too.
Yeah, I've been working on a bit, so I think I saved it. I now say stumbly wumblies again.
Yeah, someone told me that you're like, Joel's doing this. I think it was Wesselschmidt.
Anyway, Hunt of a Lifetime now fulfills the animal killing wishes for all the
Sure.
kids.
That makes sense.
If you want to
Logical.
go kill some exotic game.
Oh, so then instead of them banning it, they're just like, yeah, we need to start a different branch for all these hunting kids.
Yeah. Number 3, this kid gets a cancer fighting game. He asks for a video game about himself, and he
and he fights cancer?
yeah, some guy programmed and made a
That's pretty cool.
cancer fighting
Yeah,
game.
I don't just want to die in real life.
Oh, yeah. That would be a sad game to lose.
Can you lose?
I hope.
Hopefully
Well,
not.
I mean, if it's a good game.
Right. That one doesn't have a great story. It's just a video game.
That's
Are there screen
pretty
grabs
cool.
from the video game?
No. God,
There
that'd be-
is.
Oh.
Oh.
It's just like a 2D game.
Oh, okay.
A little side scroller where you get to beat
Right.
up little. Yeah, I'm gonna let Joel hold my phone again against my better judgment.
Yeah, last
Earlier
time
I
he
let
tried to
him
send a text. or
Yeah.
whatever. He's trying to order Domino's.
Yeah, I forget what I
I
was
can't
even
order
showing him.
Domino's from my phone.
Good.
God damn it, Joel. All right,
You seen those Pizza Hut sneakers?
No, I don't.
Pizza Hut has this gag where they have these sneakers that remember I have like Nike pumps.
Yeah,
It's like that, but the pump orders Pizza Hut
yeah. I
to your
can't.
location.
I can't get any Pizza Hut because like last time I ate it, I got so sick.
It's okay. Whatever.
I ate it
That's
at,
not a way to live your life, Joel.
yeah.
I mean, especially for a scummy guy like yourself.
Yeah.
What do you mean a scummy guy?
I meant
You
like
eat a lot of
like
scum.
like a poor person, not
Like a
scummy.
dirtbag.
Yeah, like a dirtbag.
Like a.
I'm not a
like
poor
a-
person.
A reprobate.
Well, I mean, like like you just live like like your car has like a bunch of trash in it,
Yeah.
and
how
like
how are your cars doing, guys?
Huh?
it's clean
Your
as
car's
fuck.
your car's impounded. Doesn't even have a damn license plate.
We
Your
just got
car's
it
a damn
inspected.
moped. So don't be clowning on my car, calling me poor because I got $65,000 in the bank right now.
If you
Why
well,
would you say that on the podcast? You're so unlikable.
If
You're
you
making
got
fun of,
in
you're
a
making
car
fun of
accident-
Make-A-Wish kids.
I got a bit.
And now you plug how much money you have. You talked about your trips, talked about your gold chain of being gold enough.
if you got in a car accident,
What a
your car
bozo.
is like a trash claymore of trash bouncing around, just going
Yeah.
through your body.
It's like one of those how many dollars can you catch things? Like how many rappers can you get stuck to you? That's gross.
Um,
How many more do we have?
there's 2 more. One,
Two more.
Yeah, the last one is
yeah, all these kids are
pretty
two
good.
more.
2 more.
Oh,
2 more
boy.
months.
Was that a tumor joke or two
Yeah,
more?
tumor.
A tumor joke. Gotcha.
Number 2 is this kid. It's Blizzard. He loves World of Warcraft.
His name's Blizzard.
No.
No, it's with Blizzard, the company that makes World.
Oh,
So
Is this my dad? My dad loves World of Warcraft.
yeah, they just give him like a super high leveled character, and he got to go like beat all these high dungeon stuffs, and he got to bond with his dad.
Oh, that's cool.
yeah. That
Yeah,
was the only way his dad would spend time with him.
That's sad.
it's pretty cool that Blizzard does that. They donate
That's a class act.
1.1 million, and they donate a bunch of money to Make a Wish. So that one's
Nice.
cool.
It is hard to bond with your dad. If I want to bond with my dad, I gotta like
Skin a
Watch
coyote.
James Bond.
no, I have to watch Indiana Pacers games, so I'll have something
What?
to talk with him
They're
about.
good.
Yeah, no, I don't
I
mind
like
watching them. They're
Pacers.
good.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
all he
Let,
knows.
let me just get through this list.
Hey, if anyone out
Yeah.
listening wants a
Hey.
chain wallet, I have 2 chain wallets for my dad to give away.
I'll take one.
Really?
Yeah.
Will you
Yeah.
wear it? They're nice wallets.
I'll take one. Yes.
Matt, will you take the other chain wallet and wear it?
Yes.
I want to get through this list.
Begrudgingly.
My Make-A-Wish
It
is to have
started
peop-
off as a fun
It
segment.
was such a.
and
Did I
fun
ruin
then
the
it turned into
segment?
tangent
Yeah,
city.
I feel like I'm back at the fucking
He
park
turned-
all over
He
again.
turned it into Joel's version of fucking Ric Flair. He's like, I'm the fucking limousine riding, Cuba going, chain rusty, and
Woo! The
Yeah.
Macklemore looking.
I look like people
cute.
thought I was Macklemore. Just like this is just Joel's wealth podcast.
I had to take out some money from the market to pay down credit card bills this week, and I feel terrible.
What average Joe.
I felt so bad
What
about
an
it. I felt so
average
guilty. I
Joe.
didn't let myself eat for a day.
Wow.
I
You
wish
know, like a normal person.
Right.
I wish I had 65,000 in the bank.
Hey, you know what? Today's your Make-A-Wish. I'm going to give you $65,000.
Hey,
I'm
what
not
a
even
pod.
sick.
What a pod.
No, you are.
That's how I find out I'm terminally
You should
ill.
get the wish with the diagnosis, like
Joel.
you're like
This
every
is,
time
this
you-
is classic edgelord. Here's how Make-A-Wish should work. That's every edgelord bit.
like everyone meeting The Rock is super suspicious.
Yeah, that's the perfect fucking insane clown posse comic bit.
Hey,
That
there's
is-
nothing wrong with the Insane Clown Posse. Great Malenko is a great track, and someday the Great Carnival will swallow us all.
What's the Great Carnival?
I guess death.
No, there was this belief
from
that
Context Clues.
when the seventh Clownface album was released, the apocalypse would happen.
What album are they
Okay.
on?
They're on like album 14.
Oh my God.
That's so fucking dumb.
Joe tried to get me to listen to them. It's not happening.
I once.
Shout out to Joseph Roberts, best comic in New York City.
All right.
All right, number one
Have you
is
heard
a
his
kid
pineapple joke?
becomes a superhero.
Oh, is this Bad Kid?
Yeah, no. This was in 2011. So this was a kid becoming Spider-Man.
Oh, wait. So
So-
Bad Kid was a hack? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's
They made a
it's
documentary
different.
on Bat Kid. They didn't make a documentary on Spider Kid.
Maybe they covered it. Did you even watch the doc?
No.
I didn't either.
No, I'm not gonna watch the doc. That's too sad for me.
Totally. I'm not trying to fucking
I'm
get
not-
sad like that.
No,
You think there's a documentary on children's games called Doc Goose?
Pause. Keep pausing. Don't unpause. Can you edit in more pause?
Listen, I can.
I'm not gonna fault him for taking the shot, but
Why? That was a low percentage shot, and he knew it. That was a half court runner.
I can honestly say I came on this podcast and I tried my best.
he gave it
Those,
your
those
all.
were two separate statements.
Oh yeah, you redeemed yourself, and that's the cracked list. We made it through.
Can we look up worst Make-A-Wishes now?
It's not gonna be
Do
on the
it.
list.
That would be
I
the
bet-
least clicked cracked article in the
Yeah.
world.
I wished for Joe Wachowski's chain wallet.
Is there a good way to wrap up this episode about BASEketball?
Okay, yeah. I have something I want to talk about. Which NBA player do you think would be the best basketball player?
Hayward.
It would not. Okay, obviously you would want to go with Steph, but Steph, I don't think would have the psych outs. I think Steph would just be offensive, but Steph probably has the
Clay?
best shot. Clay's a dum dum. Clay's in his own world. I don't think Clay would have the psych outs. It would have to be someone who could do it on both ends, and someone who could. I don't know, and someone who's super reliable at the free throw line.
Hornacek.
Give me, you give me, who I'll take JJ Redick.
Ooh, that's good because he's a skilled communicator and good shooter. I would probably go with Ray Allen all time because, like,
Oh, I didn't know we could do retired ones.
yeah,
I just go Larry
people,
Bird.
people kind of dislike Ray Allen.
Yeah, I'll go Larry Bird then. Larry Bird talks so much shit.
Yeah, you know Larry Bird after his divorce, he had to deliver alimony.
He delivered in pennies.
He had a pallet full of pennies delivered to his ex-wife
ex-wife.
every month.
That's pretty funny.
That's what makes me like not like him.
I want to
penny
change
sword.
my answer to Magic Johnson.
Wow, so.
He's gonna shoot his lactate aids in people's eyes.
Oh man, yeah. When I was a kid, I thought that was real. I thought men could do that, and I was like, "Oh,
You
that's pretty-
can
They
do
can
that.
do it
You
with
just have a
cum.
series of injections. If
That's
you
not, okay, anyone can do anything with a series of injections. I just mean can do it.
Jake, how much money would it take for you to lactate?
I don't know how much this series of injections is.
I'll pay for the injections.
No,
how
I don't
much on
want it.
top of that?
What did he say? What was the number? 600?
65,000.
$65,000. I want all of your money. I
To
want you to
lactate?
struggle. I want you to struggle to pay rent, and I will lactate on someone's free throw.
Yeah, imagine going to my landlord like, sorry, I can't pay rent.
You
this
can't
month."
play Lent.
But check out this vine. Check out this sick vine.
Yeah, I can't pay rent, but check out this.
I think
So
they give
our
you
three
pass.
guys are Ray Allen, Magic Johnson, and
I'll stay with JJ Redick just because I hate that Penny story.
JJ Redick.
What Penny story?
The Penny story for.
Oh,
ex-wife.
sorry.
No, I forget that. I always forget that Larry Bird is also a little fucking dick.
Skilled competitor.
Yeah, you could say that.
I mean, that's much better than what Magic gave his ex-wife.
And it came back around. Guys, final thoughts on BASEketball.
I think it's one of the most underrated comedy of the 90s. If it came out today, I think it would be a hit. And I think what it said about the sports world is both pertinent and resonant then and now.
Okay.
I think
Jake?
great opening. The Utah Jazz joke, one of the all-time great sports jokes. Fine movie, worth watching. Check it out. You know, if you're in the mood for like a stoner comedy. They don't even smoke weed in that movie.
No.
How weird is that? That was like a stoner comedy. It was like
It was a little bit more
drinky. It was all drinks.
Yeah.
But they didn't even
They
smoke
s-
weed once.
Well, that might have been just to stay like it wasn't rated R, was it?
Oh, that had to be rated R.
Yeah, I mean, I think
That had to be rated
You should
R.
look that up.
No way that was PG-13. They had a dick joke in there. They like showed
they
fake
showed
dicks.
shafts.
They
yeah,
showed
I don't
fake
I don't
dicks.
even need to look it up. That
Yeah.
was just definitely rated R.
Yeah, there's just a different time, you know? People
Yeah.
doesn't smoke weed, I guess.
I know that Trey Parker and Matt Stone did a rewrite. Do you think they did the rewrite and just added like, yeah, just make our dicks real big?
Yeah, that was a silly scene.
I would like to see a sequel. I mean, like 20 years later, I think that would be a fun
They're
like
still playing on
Yeah.
the teams because they had to make that dumbass statement that players can't change teams.
well, whatever it is, like, you know, maybe the statement of the sequel is that you can play well into your 50s, you know, and
Yeah.
then I just think it would be a fun revisited movie, and
I'd watch it.
yeah.
I'd see BASEketball 2 in theaters.
I think we should start a basketball team.
I would do that.
Let's do it and go play against that fucking
Yeah.
shoot from the titty girl.
Man, if my knee was right, I would have schooled her.
Hell yeah. Joel, take us away.
You know what? I'm sorry for being so coarse, and I came off kind of badly on this episode. If you see me on the street walking out of 191 Eldred in Brooklyn, New York, you're welcome to punch me in the fucking face, and I won't do anything to you. So, according to these guys, my dog pees. I'm a bad person, so you're welcome to, just give me the verdict and just beat the shit out of me in public.
I told someone that if I catch you out in the streets without your crutches, I'm gonna beat your ass. I don't know how you're leaving the house without your crutches.
Add in Joel stumbly wumbly.
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm just
You
trying.
just had major surgery.
It's hard to sit still, man.
Just take your crutches.
I'm
with
gonna
you.
stay in tonight.
Okay, great.
Jake, do you want to plug anything?
Razzle Dazzle is a comedy show that's really gaining some traction in Brooklyn. If you're into like good stand-up comedy, check it out. Cape Town, April 2nd. Also, follow me on social medias if you like some of the riffs that I did. Twitters.
You sound like you're very
Instagram.
upset about promoting your own thing.
I just never feel, I don't know. I'm at that point where like I don't feel like I have fans. I just have like acquaintances. Who are, like,
Okay.
it's weird.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
I would love to get to the point where like I don't have to. I'm not obligated to like interact with people. Like if someone sends me something, I
Yeah.
feel like I feel like they're like,
Yeah, if somebody
oh,
adds
Jake
you on
didn't
Twitter.
get back to me. I'm like, fucking, I don't want to get back.
Yeah.
But it just feels like
I just wanted to address why it sounded like you were like angry and plugging your
no,
own shit.
please, if you had, I hope you had fun. The great podcast with friends,
Yeah.
Did you have fun, Jake?
I had fun.
I had a great time. I love BASEketball. I love the game. I love the game more than the movie.
Yeah.
It's a great game.
It's a great game.
Both good though. Joel, how can we find you?
191 Eldert Street, Brooklyn,
Oh,
New York.
Jesus
Come
Christ.
beat the
Great
shit out
bit.
of
Well,
me.
you got to say which apartment. You're gonna go
garden
beat up, They're
level.
gonna beat up your landlord.
They're gonna beat up the 16-year-old landlord.
Where
Yeah.
can they find you on the internet?
What's the site to find pedophiles around you?
Pedophiles.com. That's two whiffs at
Yeah.
plugging your social media. I'm at Manderson Comedy. You can follow the podcast at 20-Year-Old Movie, anything. And thanks for listening, everybody. You guys are great. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
Great job, Matt.